Hello and thanks for stopping in to check out another one of my videos. Today I just want to show you the AMS 2 Pro Desiccant packs that I designed. I designed these primarily because I couldn't find anything that really suited all of my needs and wants out there. And so I wanted something that was easy to print and would print reliably. And so I wanted nothing that was a super tight fit or the lids you had to post-process, things of that nature. I wanted something to be able to be pulled off the print bed and immediately assembled with no kind of extra work necessary after the fact. I wanted something that was going to print fast. So a lot of these packs, these sets, they print, 5, 6, 7, even longer hours. This entire set prints in 3.5 hours, 3 hours and 27 minutes to be exact. I wanted something that was lightweight, and so the entire set of 6 packs weighs only 81 grams, so very, very lightweight. I wanted something that was very easy to fill and very easy to empty, and so that is something that I think I've achieved in this set. I wanted something that was support-free, so nice and easy to print from that regard too, and that also helps save filament. I wanted something that had high airflow, high capacity, so this set of 6 holds 275 grams of standard desiccant, which is actually more than most of the sets that even have the smaller side desiccant packs included. I also wanted something that the hygrometer would be able to be read really, really reliably. And that's a watch out for a lot of these guys, these packs. If you guys are looking for a pack, and even if you decide not on this set, just be aware that if you ever have a pack that uses desiccant all the way through the pack, and then if you marry it up against the sensor here like this, you will get an erroneously low reading because it's just going to be reading the air right there that's being dried by the desiccant. And so you always want to make sure you have a pack that sits behind the original. So this is a 2-piece set, so you don't have to remove the spools to get the packs in and out. That's one of the reasons that I like these 2-piece designs. But you want something that has this little wall in here, and that'll help keep the air free through here without any desiccant on it, and then all the desiccant just gets loaded above it. Okay. In terms of when you print it, you'll see that it looks like these sets have individual lids that are kind of these larger pieces here, and that's because you see that we do have a, there we go. You can see that they're printed in 2 parts, right? And so you have the main base, and then you have what would normally be a lid, but on my set it's not a lid. I mean, I guess you could use it as one if you really wanted to, but this is really just for ease of use and printing and speed. And then once you get it, you just pull it right off the build plate, and then this just slides on here, and it just slides up. There it goes. And then it just clicks into place. There it goes. And then once you click it into place, you never have to take that off again. You can just leave it like that for the life of the pack. And then you have this lid, and this is truly the lid that you would slide on and off to be able to load it. So let me demonstrate how that works. So you just take it. Let's say that this is a pack that is ready to be having the desiccant swapped out. Of course, you could always print this out of, ABS or something like that and just do it, or ASA, just do it directly in the pack, but let's say you want to empty it. Okay, just like that, it's emptied, right? I can then take my little funnel, that is optional, of course, and that just clips on, so you don't have to worry about it falling off or anything. And then you can just load it right back up. Okay, so just like that. Give it a little shake to help it settle. And then there it goes, slides off, and you just slide the new one on, right, just like that. And so just like that, I was able to swap the desiccant in and out of this one. All right. The only post-processing that you have to do, and this is a really annoying feature of the AMS 2 Pro, and the fact that these are the really popular sensors right now, is the width of this sensor on the outside bezel is the exact same width that these packs can usually fit without it being overly tight, and you don't want it to be overly tight. So there are these little tabs that come printed on this one piece, and these aren't supports, it's actually built into the model, right? And they just print right there. And it's all you have to do is snap that off, and that just lets you get a nice clean print right there without having to worry about gumming up the bridge or messing it up and having to do post-processing. Really, I don't want any post-processing that I don't have to, right? And bridging, if your settings aren't good, you could get a little bit, especially with like PETG or ASA if you're printing these things hot without a fan, for instance. you could get a little bit of drooping there, and so I wanted to be able to design around that. And so those literally, you just take it and you just pop it over and it just snaps right off. And then you can take the sensor and then they just pop right in. And that allows this sensor to sit flush. I mean, I could have designed it to where this sits on top of the front face, but I really wanted to design it to where it sits flush because that helps increase the capacity, right? Otherwise, you're wasting the top 2.5 millimeters where you are not getting any desiccant in. And so I went ahead and just designed it this way to be nice and flush fit. Looks a little bit better, I think, when it's all said and done. Obviously, I have the little bamboo logo there just on the center one, and the other ones are all pretty basic. And so very easy to print, very fast to print. As you can see, the venting is very good. It's vented on both sides. It's vented all the way around as well. And so very easy to be able to see the filament, the desiccant inside. So you can see I'm using the orange desiccant. I buy the desiccant that goes from orange to green, personally. And I like that because when I have these printed, I can see the orange very easy, and I know that I have dry desiccant, or at least not completely soaked. And then as it turns green, it blends in with the green of this these desiccant packs, and then it becomes really hard to even see the desiccant inside. And once I can no longer see the orange desiccant inside, I know that it's wet and it needs to be changed, right? And so that helps kind of also maintain the fact that, you know, this, every once in a while, these will not be as reliable as some of other ones that I've seen, right? So like I'll have 5 of these and one of them will just read a little bit off or something like that. So I just always like having a little backup. I can give a little visual cue to know that, you know, my filament is not getting wet. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Otherwise, I hope you give them a try and give it a like. Thanks.